Hi everybody, hi, welcome to Dune Awakening. Alright, so this will be my official last video of this series, at least until I can get my stuff and things together. Yeah, so I did do a lot yesterday and this morning. It's frustrating as hell that I gotta go through such hoops and whatever. I'm hoping that next week everything will be, good. But if not, then it's gonna be a while before I can get back on. So, that being said, guys and gals, we've got a lot of things to do. I need to start breaking stuff and things down. And I need to start heading back to base, to Haga Basin. But before I do that, I want to at least do one last run for some spice and stuff, because I'm not quitting. I'm just, I've just got to take a break so I can get real life stuff out of the way. So, and meanwhile, my base does need stuff. It really does. So let's get that started. Let's temporarily put that and that in there. And then one of those. Maybe two of those. There we go. And do I have my... yeah. Alright, let's see if we can get ourselves one last spice field for this week. Oh, you know what? I only got the one. Alright, well maybe it might be enough. We might have enough life on it yet for me to finish it off. If not, I'll be coming back in early. Is that a spice field explosion all the way out there? Now I'm gonna probably end up being over there next to Magnus's house, his base. This way, if there's any sudden sandstorms, I can quickly dodge, go back into his base for safety. I'm just hoping that there's going to be some spice flows between here and there. I'm not seeing any. Now, I also want to say something in regards to Yuli and Old Gamers Never Die community. My condolences to Yuli and his family about his passing of his mother. And, oh, good. And if there's anything over there, on my end that I can do to help, which technically I'm not in a good spot either, but at least I could be a good shoulder to cry upon, or, lending ear to, vent upon. I can at least do that for you guys. And as soon as his private stuff is over and my private stuff is over, we'll hopefully be back stronger than ever, and having more fun and antics. It's just we're both gonna take like a month sabbatical, or probably longer in my case. I don't know. It's a whole big question mark, and I'm just taking it a day at a time, guys. But I will try to stream if I'm able. I will try to stream here or there. So keep your fingers crossed and your toes that everything will right itself and everything will be healed. But you know what? Law of nature, it comes in threes. Well, it did. So it's unfortunate, but it happened. And as the saying goes, shit happens. So now we gotta, deal with it and get rid of it, clean it, whatever we gotta do with it, and and move on. Okay, so that being said, let's I'm going to switch mode and try to have some fun here. Who knows, it might be the last time I will have any fun for quite a while. Okay, that looks like it's medium spice field. Now, I never did find the titanium island, but I did get a fair amount, a little bit of titanium while I was off camera late last night. Oh, this is not a good angle. Yeah, this is not a good angle whatsoever. It was definitely about that time before he was going to rear his ugly head. Yeah. Usually you get about 12 to 1400 spice before his, the first explosion of worm popping up. Ah, there he is. Yeah, I thought he was coming. Hi, buddy. Yeah, just go right ahead. I'm not down there. You don't see me. Yeah, you can come check me out. I don't mind. Come on in. Right. Yeah, see, you see, I'm not down there. I'm not doing anything. I'm not hurting anyone. Yeah, you just go ahead and move away. Nothing to see here. I just want to make sure. I don't currently see him, but that does not necessarily mean he's not around. Now, I am currently in my own private server, out in the deep desert, connected with other private servers. So there's obviously going to be less people, and I really do not have a fear of PvPers out here, because of course there is no PvP, because we're all PvE players. Unless, of course, I ask for it. I mean, in the beginning we had some PvPers. But then I made I made an agreement with them. I leave the lands rat alone, which of course I have no problems with that because I'm solo play, and thus means I'm unaffiliated, which means I cannot participate in lands rat. So if I leave lands rat alone, they will leave me alone. I'm like, no worries. Can't do lands rat even if I wanted to. Being unaffiliated that I am. So because of that, because I am a solo player, yeah, all's good. I don't have to worry about PvPers, and the PvE people are, get out of luck. But no, they're usually, you know, pretty cool. They'll actually ask permission. They won't just blindly attack just anyone unless they're going after the Landsrat. So that's good. I want to make sure that I don't aggro the worm. We're at 2290. Of course, you know, being overly cautious that I am. Oh, there he is. Oh, I did aggro that worm. Right there he is. Being overly cautious that I am, I would rather not aggro that worm if possible. See, now he's moving away because I'm not here. It's like, oh, there's no one here, so what the hell? He was heading for me. But now, because I was up and about, he de-aggroed, so that's good. And this is why I don't like this angle. Really steep. Oh, he's coming. Yeah, I heard you, buddy. Where is he? I heard him, and I had the music. I'm gonna see if I can try to approach this from the top. Like land right on this crease. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Is he coming back? He does look like he's moving away, sort of. really don't like being that far away from my ship. I'm almost thinking that maybe I should find a better spice location. Something that might be a little flatter where I can, you know, get it from all sides. Yeah, see, I just slide down. Alright. Because it's just way too steep. Way too steep. See if we can't find something a little bit better. Was not paying attention. Oh, well, oh, hello, beauties. I think I found my titanium island. Nice. Where am I on the map? G4. Okay. Can I, pick a few? Hold on. Come on. Alright, so what I'm going to end up doing is, I'm going to go grab the carrier and come back here. Let me put a marker on this. There we go. So this way I can bring the carrier directly back to here. Bring some water. Because I can always get spice on, in a basement, even though it's only 500 at a time. But I can still get spice at any time. I cannot get titanium at any time. So I need to come out here and harvest the crap out of this titanium. And so I can bring it back to HUGZ Basin. So in my book, titanium and strontium is a little higher on the harvest, higher on the list than spice is. Believe it or not. Because it's just not available in HUGZ Basin. Now, if I had like 2 or 3 different carriers available, and a load of people, like with me, like in a clan, I would have one carry the buggy, while the other one would be carrying that storage unit, and then bring everything over to the island, harvest the crap out of it, put it in the storage unit, and then, go back and rinse and repeat, and have that storage unit full of titanium, and have another storage unit, the second one, available for all the struvidium. That's if I had all those resources. That would be like the smart way of doing stuff, which, of course, I do not. So I can't. 'Cause I'm dumb. I'm stupid. And I'm doing this solo. Now, if you would like to come into my private server, that's not a problem. You do not have to be a patron or anything, but you do have to be a member of my Discord in order to be able to get the login information. It is open to the public. You just need to enter the Discord and grab it. My Discord also does announcements and everything pertaining to the server. Okay.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
6 minutes. I think we can make it back to base. We're almost based anyway.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
remember when we first started playing this game that the large sandstorm announcements came in like 2 minutes. So I'm kind of shocked to see 6 minutes. So it went from 2 to 6 minutes to warn you that there's a sandstorm coming. Oop. Okay. See, I did get some titanium last night, so that's good. I was trying to make up for the lost titanium. When I almost lost my buggy. I almost lost the buggy, but at least I've gathered, I was able to get, but I did lose the titanium, unfortunately. Because I had to take apart the buggy in order to get it into my inventory, to get it out of danger. Okay. While I'm waiting for Sandstorm to take effect, just going to do some simple repairs. Come on. Get me out of here. There we go. So yeah, we started collecting this, so that's good. Let me. Now, while I'm waiting, I'm just going to go to the bathroom really quickly, and I will be right back, guys. Now would be a good time to take a little break while we're waiting for the sandstorm to go by. I am almost back here. Almost ready. Okay, I am ready. I am sure that the sandstorm has come and gone by now. It's good. Oh, yeah, and there goes the shields are back up. Okay, so we need to... I was just talking to my housemate. She came out and, I was telling her everything that's going on briefly, you know, in my life. So, kind of getting them prepared, so to speak. Okay, let's just continue to go down. Just clear this area. Now let's go and grab the carrier. Oh, I'm gonna need a lot more gas in my person. Or on my person. If I've got the carrier. Oops. Do you think that might be enough? Is that gonna be enough gas, do you think, guys? Me. One more just for safety's sake. Alright. We got that. And it's time to go out to the market. Oh, look! It's a spice explosion! Okay. No! No, 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 no. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is! What the hell happened? Come on! Oh, crap. Holy shitballs. And that is the reason why I am not using the sand crawler just yet. Because I don't know how to work this thing. Oh, this is going to be one long trip. Oh my god. This is going to be a huge trip. 12,000. Oh. It's like, no wonder everybody's, everybody's like building. Even I used to build on the E row in the beginning, And it was just getting too tedious having to come to him back and forth from, you know, the A row and back. And it was just like a pain in the ass, so I ended up just building on the A row instead. This way I can just easily go into HUGZ Basin with no problems. But now that I've got this carrier, I might extend that all the way back out to the E row again. So it'd be easier on the carrier and on the gas. Yeah. I don't know. I should have brought the whole thing of gas. I can't glide. I tried gliding, and instead of gliding, I dropped to the buggy. I mean, that does look like a good spot for, now all the spice floats. Really? Although that spice, yeah, I mean, it looks accessible. It's not, I mean, it's on an incline, but it's not as bad as that one. I'm a little too low. Gotta go a little higher. Okay, we're getting a little closer to our objective. I do believe this might be the island right here. It looks like it. Yep, this is our island. Let me, Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, drop it. Now let me somehow park. Alright, now we're gonna just harvest up some more. And watch the worms go by. Yeah, I don't want to interfere with their landsrat, so I'm going to try not to go in there. I absolutely have to. Because I think it will register me as being in there. I don't think it will do anything, though. But I'm just playing it safe to make sure that I don't interfere with it. Can I reach that one from here? No. Can I get to that? Whoop! From here? Just like that. I won't be able to get that other one, but I got that one. Ew, come on. There we go. Can I... Ooh. Can I get to that one? Come on. Yeah. I must be like right on the corner of G and H4. Ah, inventory's already full. How about that? Alright, so since inventory of that is full, let's fill up my inventory, my personal inventory, which it won't be too much. Yeah, I'm already at 157 of 175, so it's not going to take much to fill my inventory. Yep, backpack full. Now, I am wondering if the ship actually has inventory. Can I fill the ship's inventory? Does it even have an inventory? I was told carriers do not have an inventory. That's the reason why I'm asking. Let's see. Yeah, it's just passengers and driving and gas. So yeah, no actual inventory. That sucked rocks. Alright. So our personal inventory is full and our yes, here's our buggy over here. Here we go. Now we're gonna head back to base with our full load of titanium. Yeah, it's gonna be a while before we can get back this inventory. Holy mackerel. But we finally got a full load of titanium. So I'm very happy with that. Now breaking down the base, we can actually start breaking down the base once we get back. Breaking down the base is going to be a lot different from all the other times because now I got to put everything in that storage compartment. And I'm hoping I have enough space in that compartment. I may or may not have it because of the added titanium that's going to be in there. That's the whole thing. That's going to be an issue. I mean, if I have to go back and forth with the carrier, then I have to go back and forth with the carrier. slowly inching our way over. Oh my god. This is where I wish I had a fast forward situation going on. Just, you know, fast forward my way through this. Okay, that's the base. Here we go. Yeah. This back. This tub of monstrosity. Back into the ship. Okay. Looks like we're all good there. Let's get this back. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Come on. Come on. I know. I went up the wrong angle. There we go. See how much of this it can hold. Wow, that is a lot of titanium, guys. I might have to go around and grab some stravidium just in case. Because I don't know how much stravidium I didn't know how much stravidium I have, but now I think I've gotten more titanium than I got stravidium. So let's go and see if we can't even it out a little bit and grab some stravidium while we're at it. I will grab some titanium since it's here. But yeah, I'm going to avoid that one area like the plague because I really don't want to lose my buggy. Aluminum. Now, at one point I was seeing nothing but stravidium all over the place and no titanium. Now I'm seeing titanium all over the place but no stravidium. What the hell? mean, I'm not gonna turn away more titanium, but it really needs tritium. There's some right over there. Let me grab that before I grab this titanium. Ooh, not like the fact that I gotta go up on these rocks. 'Cause I might glitch through. Titanium there, but I need this tritium right here. I thought that was tritium right there. I won't be able to go very far on this. Okay. Start heading back. I don't really want to gas up my tank because it's just going to be a waste of gas because once I, you know, take apart the buggy parts into the hold, you know, the gas is going to go bye-bye anyway. I don't get that gas back, so I don't want to waste it. I'm just not going to put any in there. I'm going to let it run on fumes. Hopefully I can make it back before I do run out. I mean, I got gas in case I really absolutely necessarily need to, but if I don't need to, I'm not going to. Okay, I'm on fumes. Start heading back. Keeping my eyes peeled for anything more. I'm not seeing anymore. And while I'm at it, let's repair these wheels. They looked in poor shape. I think that was all of it? Okay. Okay, so at least now I'm going back with some. Okay. Okay, let's get this carrier back, empty it out, and then I can come back and break down the base. I'll also give that spice that I had put in the spice machine refinery a chance to do its job too. That's going to have to be the last thing I break down. Here we go. Where's my... Where? There it is. There you go. So yeah, this carrier and this cargo hold is like a whole whole changes gameplay tremendously. Did that? Yeah, that looks like it. It did just fine. All right. It's kind of crooked, but you know, hey, it's the best I could do. Alright, so now that I've got that, let's get back up to the main base and start putting it all away so I can come back and reload it. Okay. Oh, I still got 1141 Stravidium. Okay, looks like that's all I can do. Store it there for now. How much water did that leave me? Oh, wow. Whoopsie. That's okay. We got plenty of water. And we got plenty of bodies for the water. Let me, leave one behind for myself. Deposit all water. Let me actually repair a lot of stuff. Oh, that's not the right one. Here we go. faceted bodies, so that's going to help out a lot. This is my water bottle here. Let me take these empty ones back so I can grab water out of my base, out of the DD. Actually, I mean, I have all of these. I could just... Let me just grab that. Deposit it on water. Okay, so effectively now I just used up all my, water reserves, so to speak. Brought me up to 720. That also should reset my generators up here. Make sure that they're... Yeah. That's what I was worried about. So I'm running a little low of water as a result of all of the processing, but, this will make things better. Okay, this is where I put all my processing stuff that needs to get processed. Is in here. Is there any more random pieces? There's that. That goes in there, that goes in there, and that goes in there. These will go in there, because that's healing. And then, I think, for the most part, that's it. Do I have anything spice infused? No. But I think I'll have... That's my welding torch. And I have some of that. That's gonna go there. I don't think I have any copper or... No, no, no. I don't think those will go in there. 'Cause I think those go in, yeah. Hi, I'm Jessica. Dad. Chicken tenders? What? What's a chicken tender? Hi. uh. Let me just put those in there. Oh, best. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I don't mind. But I do like your I'm just a cat dad because I got my shadow here. She's laying on my lap. She's laying across my knees actually, as we speak. I think I'm gonna. Oh yeah, you got a Garfield? I have pure black. Yeah, she's pure black. She's as black as midnight. But she follows me around like a little puppy, so I call her my my shadow. So she's Shadow. That's why I named her Shadow. That goes in there. I think all the stone will go in there too. Sweet hairs or dickheads? Well, she's sweet hair to me, but yeah, she's a total dickhead when it comes to the vet. The vet wants me to give her, psychotics before going in. Cause yeah, she goes ballistic. Yes, that goes in there. I think. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, she's associated the vet with, evil. So she fights tooth and nail to, it's like, I'm not going. Can't make me. Yeah, which is unfortunate. I was not smart enough. I did not bring treats with me every time we go. So she does not associate it with treats. Yeah, yeah, that's right. You ain't gonna touch me, doctor. Yeah. She's that way. She's, yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. That so happened. She's, she's a little Hellcat. She's my little Hellcat. I love her to death. Yeah. Treat cheat. Take the squeeze treat. Oh yeah. Those are kind of like expensive for me. I'm on a very tight budget, so unfortunately she doesn't get those types of treats. But which is really quite a shame. As soon as I saw them, I'm like, oh, I'd like to try them, but I saw the price. Yeah, the vet should give them for free. Yeah. But she's also got a urinary tract, infection problem, as she's constantly getting UTI. So as a result, I have to bring her in constantly to ensure that she doesn't get an infection. We were battling it. Yeah, they are inbred. Now, with her, her UTI got so untreated to the point where it was deeply rooted into her kidneys. She was not continent at all. She would just be like everywhere, you know what I mean? At which point, by the time the doctors finally listened, 3 years later, no, was it 4 years? 4 years later, they finally listened to me, where a doctor finally listened to me, and he did the necessary tests, and then finally said, yeah, you're absolutely right, Tylia. Here's your antibiotics. And now we're on the 4th treatment of antibiotics. She takes about a 2-3 week break between, just to see if her kidneys have, kicked in or whatever. To the point where, if they haven't, then she goes on another treatment. Yeah, I'm surprised. Well, the first time we went in, they said it was stress related and to keep her stress free. Because we had just moved. And then the next time we went in, they still said, oh, it's stress related. And I'm like, but it's not stress related. God damn it, listen to me. She's had it before. Crystals in the urine, or whatever you want to call it. UTI, she's had it before we moved. Please just check for that. Oh, well, we don't want to be evasive. It's because it was mostly because I had a budget of like $400. And because I had a budget of $400, they didn't want to treat her because it's going to cost like more than that, I guess. And because of my financial situation, it finally took a doctor that was compassionate enough to give her the full workup to finally treat her to the point where it's like, yes, she's got the infection. Yes, let's find out what kind of infection, so this way we can specifically target that with the specific antibiotic needed for that. At which point, that's what we've got, that's what we did, and now she's 5 times better. She's, after the second treatment, she's like almost normal. So, she did have an accident the other day, but I think that was mostly my fault, because I did not, how dare I not clean her cat litter box? And, yeah. Yeah, because this guy was like, well, what is wrong with this cat? Why is it, why is she being like this? I was like, you tell me, 4 years coming, 4 years of not just what, taking me away, not doing anything, and bad human not cleaning her throat, yeah. I mean, she gets that way. Sometimes she does get a little vindictive. It's like, how dare I not clean your cat litter box? I'm gonna pee here and, make your life miserable. So that's what I think is going on now at this point. Because I got lazy because she was just going everywhere anyway. So I had the entire room lined with those pee pads. So this way it wouldn't go through. And I had plastic down with pee pads all over the place, so hopefully it doesn't go through to the rug. Soon as she started the antibiotics, after her second week on the antibiotics, that's when I picked everything up. Yeah, the puppy pee pads. She just will stand there and squirt and then walk away. You know. so, so yeah, that totally happens with her, and she'll like point in the direction where she kind of like aims it. It's hard to explain, but she kind of aims it. So I got these pee pads like everywhere. I'm like every you know uh landlord's worst nightmare when it comes to a cat lady because she's got a cat that can't that's peeing like everywhere. But I'm trying my best to try to keep things down to a minimum by having those pee pads and plastic lined and etc etc. But yeah, she's now targeting just strictly the cat litter box at this point, so that's good. Except for that one night when I was streaming, and then poof, right there, I felt the liquid on my hand that was resting, and I'm like, no, you just did not. Yeah, exactly. It is definitely a sign that there's something wrong with them when they're not going into the cat litter box. So that's when I just gave up with the cat, gave up and just had everything lined. It was a lot easier that way, and then I would just clean weekly at that point, and then by picking everything up and relining everything back down again, and the cat litter box would be clean because she would not be using it because she's going like everywhere else, and but ever since she started taking the antibiotics, yeah, yeah, oh, yeah, she's actually rescued, by the way. Uh, I got her from a foster because I was looking specifically for a black cat because I did learn that black cats are harder to find homes for. So I specifically had it's like, well, okay, well then I want a black cat. Yeah, she's constantly grooming, so it's just self grooming. I don't even have to bathe her. She's always self grooming everywhere she goes. So when I first got her, she still had ringworm on her. Her fur was kind of like, eh. They gave me the foster gave me her medicine, and I made sure that the ringworm went away. And luckily I didn't get it. Exactly, exactly. She might actually have. I mean, after like so many trips to the vet, I have no doubt she probably has fleas now because she's scratching more than ever. And I'm wondering if maybe she did pick up a flea or two while she was at the vet. Because you don't know people's animals there. Fleas jump off their animals. And if that animal is not fully, you know, protected, I'm sure that a flea or three or four might be in that vet. Yeah, I got flea treatments. I do. I do. Um, I'm just kind of hoarding them because I don't have a lot of money. Yeah, depending on the area. Yeah. And she does, and because I cleaned the cat litter box today, now she's playing in it. Yeah, but I've noticed that she's been, because it's winter time, so I don't know if it's just dry skin versus fleas. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of holding back to seeing, because she's an indoor cat. She does not go outside. She's like, yippee! Yeah, she's playing. She's in it now. Oh, she's actually using it now. So she's going back to her normal self. And I noticed that there was a lot more urine in the cat litter box than there was before when she had the infection. It was always dry before. And now she's mostly going into the cat box now. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's probably dry skin. So that's why I'm holding back, because I don't want to give her any flea treatments. Chemicals as much as possible. Now, springtime, yeah, I'll start giving her flea treatments again during the spring. But as of right now, she doesn't really need them. Usually during the fall months, starting from October all the way to like March, I don't do anything flea wise to her because fleas are gone by that time period. Yeah, well, flea collars don't work. Flea collars really don't repel anything. The way the flea collar works is that the flea actually has to bite the animal in order for it to work. How they do for your house? Well, yeah. I'm allergic to fleas, so I cannot have a single flea in the house. But so far, so good. She's been, I think since her second year, she's been good. She's been flea free for like 7 years. So that's good. There we go. Got it. Alright, now I've emptied that out. Do you happen to... do you play, Dune? Oh, you're debating on it? Oh, so do you even have it? You don't even have the game? It's actually a very good game. It does have its quirks and it does have its glitches, but it's still early game. So they're still doing a lot of work to it. Oh, you don't? It's a very good game. Do you happen to have Conan Exiles? Oh, so you're doing your research to see if you want it? Nice. Well, I think it's totally worth it. The main quirk of Dune has a name. Alright, well, they're glitches. I mean, Funcom has their glitches. Oh, yeah? Till they broke it? Oh, Riven! Riven. Yeah, no, Conan Exiles is made by the same company, Funcom. So if you liked Conan, then you'll love this game. Well, you haven't played it recently. They just did several updates. Quality of life stuff and etc. More bug fixes and etc. And now the NPCs in the game actually will dodge you. If you're fighting them, they'll roll and dodge like you roll and dodge. So which is kind of awesome. Yeah, it does. I mean, they fixed a lot of it. I mean, I actually have a Conan server, and I was just in it like the other day, and it was fun. I mean, you'll see. I even stream Conan still. I know I've streamed Conan for years upon years upon years, so I've got like over 10,000 hours in Conan. And about just over 1,000 hours here in Dune. Oh yeah, no, we're PvE players. But yeah, there is PvP in this in Dune. It's just, you gotta go to your specific, it's got designated areas. But a lot of the players in a lot of the servers, though, are PvE players, so you might be best off finding a public server that would have mostly PvP players in it. You know what I mean? So this way you guys can go and PvP all, as much as you want, as often as you want, in a PvP server. Okay, now let's see if I can get that in a... Oh, is that... Oh, yeah, let's take that. That's great, by all means, but... Take that. Come on. Down there! Oh. Is that in? Yeah. It's just in. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, so this is where we're going to start detaching stuff, putting stuff back. We're going to start breaking down the base and bringing everything back into HUGZ Basin. Well, Cat Dad, I certainly am glad you found me. Oh, backpack full. Backpack full. Oh. Should do it. We bonded over being cat parents. That's right. Well, hopefully, I hope, come on. Why are you not detaching? It's not an invalid target. What the hell? Thank you. Okay, you're gonna be here for a minute? Nice. Well, I hope so. I hope you decide to get the game. And I hope you decide to hang around for, good hot minute or 2 or 4.
Excellent.
Aw, thank you for the follow. I definitely appreciate that. Yes, I do play official. I am also in Garrick. Let me I alternate. So next week I will be in Garrick all next week. Let me give you the login information. Hold on. Okay, so it's Garrick, that's North America, Garrick, Sietch, Koanua. That's Coanua. Garrick is the server name. That's Garrick. And out of that server, Sietch Koana is the individual official Sietch that's under Garrick. Yes, for Dune, correct. Okay, so I got that out of the way. Let me take apart the buggy. No, it's all official. That is the public server. No, only the server that I'm currently in right now is my private server. Why would I be changing servers? No, I'm not changing servers. Yeah, this specific server that I'm currently in is my private server through Gportal. Oh, you didn't know I was in a private server? Oh, okay. Come. Okay. Why? Come on. Where are you? Oh. Storage. No, they're guilds. They're not so much teams unless you want to, you know. But yeah, you could team up with somebody if you want, or you could do solo. I just happen to be in this server. I happen to be too close, but okay. I just happen to be a solo player, so I am not officially aligned with anybody, which is making things a lot more difficult for me because I can't participate in Landsrat and all that good sort of thing. Oops. Is everything in the cargo hold? Yeah. Okay. So yes. Yeah, you can even break with that guild and keep all your stuff. Believe it or not. Let me see how much water. Okay, that seems to be alright. Nothing's in there. But yeah, all in all, you get to keep everything. You could team up here. You can have your friends list here. You can have friend invites. You can even do, ask people to team up by contacting, Lazarus is in. I can send a party invite. I can see who's in other servers of my friends. I got 2 people are online that are in the game now, playing in other servers. These are the people that are offline. No, just because they're in the guild does not mean that they have access to your base. And here's why. Let me show you. It's this guy. The Subfief Consul. If you want them to have access to your base, this is what you need to do. You add them over, you raise them up, and now being as a co-owner, they can do whatever pretty much you want them to do within your base perimeter. If you don't, but can they get in my vehicle or can they pick them up with... No. And here's why. If you give them permission in the base, that doesn't necessarily mean that they'll have permissions in your vehicle. You would need to go to your vehicle, go to manage vehicle, go where you see this little key fob right here, and then you have to switch them over to here to co-owner. You can put them as associate, which means that they can, they have limited use of the vehicle, but they can't do anything to the vehicle. But yeah, co-owner, is just one less than that. See, that's fire. What do you mean? What's fire? What? What? What do you mean? That's not fire. You'd have to purposely move them over yourself. You can't just... Because if you don't want them to have access, you don't let them have access. What was that? But can I pick up the spice extractor? Or do they need to give me access? They would need to give you access. You cannot touch anything unless they give you the permissions to do it. Without those permissions, you can't do nothing to their spice extractor. Now, if you're PvPing, that's a different situation. You take your las gun and you destroy the certain things, and it's to my understanding, and once that's broken, then you can have access. But yeah. Start demolishing. Wait, what was that? Okay, how I picked up the crate. Apparently there's a vehicle that sucks spice up and you can pick it up the same way. Yes, that's the sandcrawler. The sandcrawler, and I understand what you're saying. You don't want them to have access to the sandcrawler. The sandcrawler is a, auto. It's a vehicle. It's classified as a vehicle. Same as this, carrier. You have to go into the carrier and you have to go to this key fob and give them permissions. If they don't have permissions, then they can't go into this. Same thing with the sand crawler. Any vehicle. That's same with any vehicle. Correct. Well, it's the same with that too. If you want them in, you have to give them access. If you want them to be able to use your stuff and things, then you have to press and you have to add them in and you have to raise them up like that or keep them as associate. That's fine. If you don't trust them that much, then just, leave them as associate. You know what I mean? But yeah, you can definitely have other people. But this is the permission list. This is the role overview. This is what each permissions will allow you to have. Permissions 4 will give them pretty much permission to do everything except for customizing the vehicle as well as promote and demote players. So that's what the co-ownership does. Regular associate, they'll be able to view ownership of the menu. They'll be able to, sit in the passenger seat, board the turret seat, management status, utilities, management utilities, and that's about it. I mean, it does tell you what each role gives them. 5, 4, and 3, right here. And then this is the overall standing of this is how your ship is looking, DK wise and fuel wise, etc. Correct. That's absolutely correct. Yep, that's what we do now. So yeah. So for those of you who don't know, he says, why is that fire? So I can just make a big carrier and spice thing, and then hypothetically fly you around the deep desert for the massive spice fields and pick you up when it comes. Oh, that's supposed to be cool. Okay. I'm like, why is that? To me, fire is alarming. To me, fire is like a warning sign. So when you say that's fire, and I'm like, what? Where? Where's fire? That's, fire is another word for cool now. As you can tell, I'm 60 plus. I'm a grandma age, so these newfangled words everybody's using, I don't know. Yeah, I'm a Gen Xer. Sorry, different upbringing. Yeah. No worries. Hey, that's no worries at all. It just, I usually pride myself of, people's different backgrounds and stuff. Oh, you're a millennial? I'm not going to put that, no judgment. No judgment for me. Okay, maybe a little bit of judgment. But yeah, we're all good. We're all good. Is this thing finally done? Yes, it is. Let's put that in the cargo hold. So now it's just a matter of breaking everything down. We're gonna lose some water out of this. I really didn't want to lose all that water, but we're going to. Oofa. Oh, what a waste of water. Okay, we're... Okay. Because it's the end of the week for me, I rotate my weeks. 1 week I will be in my solo play, and the following week I will be in the public server. So this week was my solo play, and next week, starting on Monday, will be I'll be in Garrick for the public, because in there I'm in Atreides. I'm in an Atreides guild. Well, because I only have so many hours in a day, and I'm trying to do some time management. And because I also play and stream other games as well. So this is not the only game that I stream. It would, but I was curious. For a while, I was in 4 servers. 4. I was in 4 servers. I finally ended up. I was in House Atreides, House Harkonnen, and then solo play, because I wanted to see the differences between all 3 at the same time. And of course then the 4th one was just, for my own personalized play, so I could just have fun without having to worry about anything and etc. But it just got too much work and not enough time. So I moved it down to just 3 servers. And it got to the point where the guys in the House Harkonnen, they weren't showing up anymore. Because a couple of new games came out. They were all going to play those. And the whole point was I was supposed to be in a Harko guild and etc. And not a solo play. So I ended up ending that series because, no one was there anymore. And then, that left Atreides, House Atreides, which is the original. House Atreides is the original public server I was in since day 1. And where I had the most fun playing in. And it's the most populated server. So I go in there and bi-weekly basis between here and there. So, and believe it or not, my solo play, I'm further along here in my solo play than I am in my House Atreides. So what? So what was that? So why not focus that since you have a lot of fun? What, focus on what? On the 2 servers? Yeah. So now I just go back and forth on the 2 servers. Oh. Oh. Oh, well, I have lots of fun regardless of where I play. But yeah, this is my last video for this specific series. You can't do more than one. Yeah. No, I hear that. I hear that. Yeah, today's the last time I'll be in the solo play. At least on camera, but not off camera. Because I gotta cut things down to a bare minimum because of my personal life right now. Yeah, yes it is. And, we all know that, you do know at the end of the week, usually from the week officially in Dune starts on Tuesdays. Just so you know, just so you're aware. Tuesday through Sunday is the week for Dune. Monday is the day of the Corellia Storm. Now, the Corellia Storm... the Corellia Storm is the ultimate storm. That storm wipes the map clean, and everybody gets a fresh start out here only in the deep desert. So, if you're out here in the deep desert during a Corellia Storm, you will lose everything if you're still out here. Well, Monday and Tuesday is your days off. Well, Monday, spend your Mondays on, in the Haga Basin. Because, you're gonna need to. The Corellia Storm is no joke, dude. It really isn't. And, let me, well, when you first get started in Dune, when you first start playing in Dune, you are in Haga Basin. So you don't have to worry about the deep desert for quite a while. Yeah, you won't, you got a long ways to go before you got to worry about the deep desert. And you'll start. You just need to make friends. Well, no, you don't, because you got a friend. You got me. Haha. How about that? You got a friend in me. Now, is that close enough? Yeah, it is close enough. Nice. Okay, in a little bit, Riven! You got a friend in Riven, too. Although he would never admit it. But he's a loving person. Isn't that right, Riven? Dark mode. Here we go. This is where things gotta go fast. I do not want to be caught out here in a sandstorm. Yeah, the sandstorms are very powerful to the point where it definitely does affect the HUGZ Basin area in a way that so even though it wipes everything clean here inside HUGZ Basin, what it does is that it rearranges your loot. So what was that? Wait, hold on. Shit-free friends? Well, I mean, it's better to be shit-free than be, well, I'm not gonna finish that. I'll let you finish that. But Ed's gonna stink. Regardless. Okay. What was that? Hold on. Not like shit. Free friends. I don't use grammar. I use hammers for a living. Oh, okay. It's like one of them. Oh shit! Hey, free friends, like that, right? All right, so I have no more water left. Yeah, like that. Okay. I got it. Oh, wait. This one. Whee! Oops. Yeah, pretty much. Because my work week is different from Dune's. So my work week starts on Tuesdays, ends on Fridays. So, and that leaves Saturday, Sunday, and Monday for other games, other survival games that I stream. So yeah, that's pretty much, how I do things. So I break down the base, go put everything in HUGZ Basin, and then, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I'll play other survival games. And then, Tuesday rolls around, here I am, back in, out in the deep desert again. Okay, so it's time to demolish base. But until I get my situation stabilized in real life, I'm gonna have to not be able to stream for a few days. Yeah, when you first get into Dune, you're not gonna be able to do anything. Woo. Okay, it's starting to collapse. You best to follow the journey steps that's on the upper left-hand corner of your screen. Oh! Yeah, you're gonna be, pretty much, you're gonna be stuck in Sandwalk, and that's correct. Alright, let's get everything. Where is it? Here it is. I don't think there was anything else around here. I don't see any more of the black cases. That's fine. So now I can just pretty much demolish this now. Remove my sub-thief, and there it goes. We're done here. Now, there is a new way of actually taking down a base without doing all that. It's a simple click as a button, but until I figure out how that works, I'm not doing it yet. I'm in the middle of doing my science project test on the official server in Garrick, so when I get back into Garrick, I'll be able to understand that a little bit better when I actually do it. I made a test base, and so, because I want to see how it works on the test base first before I do it on any of my other main bases. Because, of course, I don't really wish to losing all my stuff and things. So, yeah, I'm cautious like that. Yeah, Garrick is the official server, so when I get back into Garrick, that's where I'm doing my science experiment. I'll be, which will be on Monday. Hey. There we go. Yeah, you'll discover each official seed. I guess it's your, think Valheim. You know how Valheim has its own individual seeds, and then you go in and you make a server under that seed? Alright? It's a lot like Valheim in that aspect. So, at which point, Garrick is one of the world seeds. And then under Garrick, there's 12 little, 12 servers in one seed. Gotta look at it that way. So you pick which one that you want to be in, under that seed. To my understanding, but I don't think it's that way. I think it's all uniform one seed, but for the sake of the servers and, and all that stuff, that's how they did it. But it's all, everything seems to be the same. I've been in 4 different servers with 4 different seeds, and they're all same HUGZ Basin. Like, the Haga Basin never changes. The only thing that changes in Haga Basin is the resources, and that's because of the Corellia storm. Will change your resources around. So you have to hunt each week for your resources. Yes, Deep Desert is different rotations, correct. Land is different, resources are different, everything is different. Each and every week. So every Tuesday morning you go out there and you're going to find the Deep Desert is different. The A row is the same. Where my base was is always the same. But once you pass over the A row, everything becomes different. Alright, I'm getting a little better at picking up the painter. I'm still not used to it. Of course, I think this game is probably best done on a controller. I firmly believe that, so if you got a controller, then yeah, I would use that for this game. Oh, you bought it? Nice. Now, I do have a few random people on my private server, which is cool. My private server is, you know, set to where you don't have to worry about taxes. You don't have to pay for taxes. Thank God. So you don't have to worry about money. Like, ever. Oh, that landed crooked. Come on. Get down there. Yeah. So down here is the sandcrawler. Right there. That's my sandcrawler. And that is my buggy for here. I don't know how to use it, and I'm not comfortable with the carrier yet. Today's my first day actually using the carrier for the first time. So yeah, that's a first. So once I finally get kind of like used to the carrier, then maybe I'll start taking out the sandcrawler. But until then, I'm leaving the sand, because that sandcrawler cost me a butt ton of resources. I'm not willing to lose just yet. I don't want to lose that to a worm. See, that goes here, that, those two, and that. I do believe. Is it? Okay. get a little bit of spice out of this week's. Unfortunately, I was just not available yesterday. Something horrible happened, and I was trying to deal with it. I'm still trying to deal with it. So, and that's the reason why I gotta put a kibosh on my streaming for a little bit. So, Riven, you're going to be without me for a little bit. I think I have next week is my final week for Garrick, but after that, I'm gonna have to focus on me for a little bit. Do I not have any? Yeah, there it is. Is there any more? No, not seeing it. Okay. I think that was all of that. I don't think there's anything else. I don't think there was any spice infused. No, there was no spice infused. However, there was some stone and stuff, so let's... And batteries. That. Goes in there. Of course, I missed a couple things. That goes in there. Is it this way? goes in there. Anything that's unrefined that needs to be taken out. That and that. Okay, that's one. That will go in there. That and that. Alright, looks like I pretty much got everything except for my actual ships and Buggy. Buggy's gonna stay in there. And for right now, I guess the ship is gonna stay in there as well. And I do believe this base has got power. Oh, come on. 28 days. Alright, so now it's got 31 days. So we got 31 days of power. It's good. Alright, let me just go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. This is where you guys take a break. And I'll be back right in a minute. Okay, I am back. Alright, and just so you know, the game Dune Awakenings is loosely based on the world of Dune. Not based on the actual storyline, which a lot of it is, but it isn't. But from the world of Dune itself. Because it's one of those what-if scenarios. So just be aware, it's like, what if, that dude didn't ever get born, etc., etc. I mean, it's self-explanatory because, of course, they mention that at the very beginning as the game boots up, as you're loading in the game for your first time. Or each and every single time. That spice? That's definitely spice. Spice? Or is this a mirage? It's a mirage! Well, that sucked. But this is... That was stupid. You little bastard. Is he just gonna... Oh, no, he's coming back. He's coming back. There he is. There he is. Oh, you little bastard. Is he coming back? Is that him? No. What the hell? What the hell was that? What the hell? Alright, I'm already not liking this area. Alright, I am on my way to the other base to make sure that that base has got its full power. Now, I am seeing another base icon. It's probably Papa's. Is this on a... Yeah, it is. There he is. Yeah, they totally ramped up these worms here in Hog Basin. Look at him, circling like a vulture. Alright, that's it. I'm not getting it anymore. I'm heading over to my base now. To my other base to make sure I got power over there. Oh, do I not have any gas? Did I start flying around with no... Of course I did. No gas on me. None whatsoever. I should have enough gas to get me there and back to my other base. As long as I don't go squirreling around and flying around, I should be alright. Hey. Do I have anything in here? I do. Let's put that in my scout. No, don't have anything in there. It has 19 days on it. Alright, we're back to 20. The reason why this has only got 20 days versus the other one's got 31 days. This one's got the older versions of the generators. I've not upgraded these generators to the spice ones. But that's still a pretty decent, you know, 20 days is fine. As long as I come in here and make sure that they got power. I can do that at least, I do believe. Now the other base, I do believe that's someone else's base. I think I'm only on there for missions. That's about it. So I'm not gonna bother about that because that's his base. And I'll go visit his base, you know, a little later. And just not right now. Because I don't have any gas. That should be enough to get me back to base with no problems. Glide all the way in. And not use up precious gas. I do believe the next time we're in, we're really low on normal resources, like turbos and you know, advanced machinery and stuff like that. Especially industrial pumps. And insulated fabric, that sort of stuff. I'm going to have to go around Hog Basin and do a massive, you know, collection spree. There we go. If you're wondering why I go like all the way in underneath the actual roof, is one time I came logged in and for some reason there was no power. I was out of power, and it wasn't for the fact that they were under this, you know, partially under this roof. I would have lost my copters. So that's the reason why I park all the way in, just in case if whatever reason I lost power and, you know, lose power of the shields. Okay. Alright, so that being said, guys and gals, I definitely appreciate you guys hanging out. Especially you, Cat Daddy. Thank you very much for hanging out with me today. Raven, as always, it's a pleasure. So yeah, this is, I hope you enjoyed our last, solo play, and, we'll see you guys next week, and the last of the, Spank Me Later. Raven! Ooh, I might actually enjoy that. What the fuck? Oh, lordy. You make me. I might actually really enjoy that. I don't know. You know, there was a day! But yeah. Jesus Christ. You totally unmanned me with that, dude. Okay. Got my mind going there. Ooh. Yeah. He's laughing right with you, buddy. We're laughing right with you. Alright. So if you guys can, do me a small little favor. Like, follow, subscribe. And if you'd like to become a patron, there's that link in the description below. If you'd like to be a member of the Exiled, there's that join button. This way gets to see content that nobody else can see. Alright, I'm just going to take a small sabbatical, everybody. And I hope to be back for some more better content and stronger content. Be a few days, or it could be a couple of months. I don't know when, but I will be back. I promise. I won't abandon you guys. I'll be here. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Have a nice afternoon, evening, and good morning. Bye, everybody.